Good afternoon. Good afternoon, class. Who would have thought that we would have found ourselves in these circumstances just 2 weeks ago when we left for spring break? But here we are, and we are going to try and make the best out of the hand we've been dealt, and we will continue to learn how to be the best entrepreneurs we can and what that is all about. But obviously some modifications have had to be made, and we've had to make changes, and those changes mean that we have a shorter time frame. So instead of 8 weeks left, we have really 6 weeks left, because that finals week is just 3 days and we don't have much due then. And we have to really, I had to kind of prioritize what were the things that if I had the opportunity, I could still teach you and have you walk away with. And so I've made some modifications to the course schedule, and I wanted to go over those with you. And so here I am on our course schedule section, and now I'm going to click on the revised course schedule. And what you'll see here is that I've asked you to complete the application assignment customer interviews check-in. So we should have been doing the second round of interviews with the next 5 people, but because of social distancing being now the mandate, unfortunately, I don't think that's a safe thing to do. And so I am eliminating it the second round. So what this application assignment is asking you to do is really using the data you gathered from your first 5 interviews. How can you, or what did you gather? I mean, what was your lessons learned? Now, obviously, had you been able to do both rounds, your data here would be much more in depth, and you would have a better sense of whether to move forward or not. But given that we have the restraint now, we're just going to use it as a tool to learn, right? So once I have gathered my data, how do I analyze it? What are the things that I'm looking for? And that's what this assignment is really all about. It's kind of putting in a summary all the information that I've gathered, and now it's just kind of a learning process rather than a factual or data-filled assignment. It's really just going to be an exercise on how do I make sure that once I have gone through this process with my real opportunity, how do I go about continuing to analyze the data I've gathered at this point? And then we move right into the pitch. And so I've recorded a lecture for you for the starting the pitch. So if we go here to our tab here under lessons, and you go to lesson 8 for you guys, the online class is 7. And you click on lessons 8, concepts, kickstart. Again, you'll see here that there is part 1, part 2, and part 3. I've recorded lesson 1 and 2. 3 is pretty intuitive, so I have not recorded anything there, but maybe I will now that I find myself with a little bit more time. But there you can find the slides and recordings of those slides from me. So please feel free to review those and use those. The assignment that comes here, if we go to the assignments tab, again, lesson 8 here, it's going to be related to life plan. And so this is what I want you to do about life plan. I don't want you to sign up for life plan before April the 1st. And there's a method to my madness, and that is that you're going to get charged for life plan for a month, and that's $15. And so if you wait till April 1st, the last assignment is not due till May 3rd, and I'm hoping that you'll be able to get it done maybe a little bit sooner, since now we're going to be cooped up in homes and not have anywhere to go. So maybe you can get it all done a little bit earlier, and that way you only get charged for 1 month. So the $15 charge. The important thing to know is that I'm going to activate a tab here, just like you see, it'll be right below this Exec Curriculum tab for the life plan purchase. So once you see that link go live, which I will try and put it live like March 30th, so that you don't get too antsy about getting started with that. And then you can go and click on the link. It will take you to the live plan. You will be asked to put a credit card, and it's $15. Now, what you need to know about live plan is that if you don't cancel it within within that 30-day time frame, then you're going to get charged for an extra month, and that would be another $15. So I'm trying to do it as economically as possible. With our previous schedule, I didn't have this assignment due till a little bit later, and so that gave us a little bit more time. But because of the changes I had to make to the schedule, I felt like I needed to push this assignment a little bit up front, and then have you all, hopefully submitted before May 3rd, which is the last day that an assignment is due for the semester. But again, those are the changes that are going on. There's been a change again to that. I'm going to try and record as much on the slides as I can to walk you through. Some of the the PowerPoints are pretty intuitive and explanatory. So when you go to the developing the marketing strategy, you'll see that there's slides there. There's also 2 courses that I'm asking you to complete here. So that set of slides probably is not going to be recorded, because I think that both the fundamentals of marketing your business online course will take you about an hour and a half to complete, and the Marketing 101 course offered by the Small Business Administration, which will take you about 30 minutes, total 2 hours, which would have been 2 hours we would have been in class, I think offers sufficient information for you to understand what goes into that marketing component of my business plan. So I'm really relying on those 2 sources, as well as the slides, to provide you with the information that you need. When we get to the next lesson, which is the lesson on financials, revenue pricing and financial projections, I am probably going to have, this one will be recorded, because there is activities that we do that you're going to need some guidance on. So there's a lot of information here, and I'm going to walk you through this. I'm going to walk you through this assignment. There's videos to walk you through it on the exec. So I think you will be okay. What I want to convey to you is that the least of your worries should be school. Although I think that for me, it will be a way to keep busy at a time where if I'm confined to home, then I probably need something to do. Some of you may still have to work and go out and make a living, obviously. And so your time may be even less if you work in a grocery store, if you work in a pharmacy, if if your business has not been deemed one of those that has to close, then you may be working still. And so you're still juggling, maybe even more juggling. If you're one of those individuals that unfortunately has been hit with the closures of your business and having to work from home, although, for DJ, I imagine that the closure of the gym is a little bit devastating, because you can't necessarily work from home and you're a personal trainer. I'm hoping that this schoolwork will offer a little bit respite from the worries that you must be experiencing at this time about your job, about your income, about so many other things. So it's not that I don't think it's important. I do think it's important. It's just that I think that right now we're faced with so many more challenges, and I recognize that you too are trying to make sense of it all, and trying to make sense if you have children, if you have siblings, if you have family members, that you're worried for yourself and for them. I recognize that's all playing into this equation. I just think that this may be an opportunity to kind of spend a couple hours away from all the news and all that's going on, and just kind of immerse ourselves in learning something new or extending our learning. I am here to provide you with whatever support I need. I can. I'm available. Email me. Send me. Oh, I created a chat room. That was the other thing I wanted to highlight for you. I've created a chat room in Google Hangouts for you. So if you go to my TCC email drive and apps right here, if you come out main page and you go here, and you're going to see my emails here, and you're going to see our class right here, and there's going to be I'm going to move this up. I send this on Sunday, and this is another way. This is like chat or texting for the class. I have it on my phone, so I get the communications when you guys log in or send a text or chat immediately, and it's another way that we can communicate, creating a potential Google Hangout video where multiple of us can meet. So if there's multiple of you that maybe want to connect with me, have questions, please feel free to reach out. The last thing I want you guys to feel is worried about your grade or about completing assignments that you don't understand, because I recognize that the goal was to explain these to you while we were in class, face to face, and provide any direction that I could in that format. But given that the format has changed, now my approach has to change too, and unfortunately so does yours. So again, this is not a time for you to be shy. This is not a time for you to say, oh, Miss Rainbow, I didn't want to bother you. This is a time where I want to be bothered. I want to be reached out to. I want to be able to offer whatever guidance and support I can. So please do not hesitate to reach out. Do not hesitate to come and send me an email and say, I need to talk to you face to face, so we can do a video hangout, Google Hangout, or we can do a collaborate, or there's multiple. Technology is a great thing in 2020. So that's the opportunity. All right. So having said all that, I hope you guys do well. I hope that all is well with you. And I look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Please do take care.